Today it's a concluding function for you, and this occasion, I don't know, with all what has come to you in the last 2 days, I've been called to speak in the last, of course. और मैं सोच रहा था कि इसको conclude कैसे करूं. एक तरफ जो topic है वो is that how do we meet the challenges the growing Asian continent. और जब मैं यहाँ था तो मैं सोच रहा था कि एक दो उदाहरण देकर के अपनी बात शुरू करूँगा. आइमा ने ये आयोजन किया है, आप लोग 60 साल से हैं, आपके सेलिब्रेशंस हैं, और लगभग 8 माह पूर्व मैं टैंजानिया गया था और उसके बाद आई वांटेड टू ट्रैवल अराउंड, गो टू सम ऑफ द पार्क्स. तो while going from the capital to one of the far-flung areas and into one of the national parks there, हम सड़क किनारे जा रहे थे तो एक स्थान पर मैंने देखा कि बहुत सारे ऑटो रिक्शास खड़े हैं. And the first queue of auto rickshaws were that of Bajaj. And in that queue, I saw there were 20 more similar kind of auto rickshaws. So मैंने सोचा कि मैं पूछूं कि साहब ये जो similar kind of auto rickshaws हैं ये कहाँ से आए? And they told us that they are manufactured in China, and possibly China does not use auto rickshaws and things like that. So that was over, and then we saw. Then the road on which we were traveling was on the aid, which is an international aid where you construct roads in some multilateral, bilateral relationship. I said, who has made this road? And this was a 300-kilometer stretch going to a park. They said it's come from a China aid. I stopped there. लौटने समय we went to a Masai Mara tribe, and they display their things. कुछ लोग आप लोगों ने भी देखा होगा, बहुत ही छोटे छोटे झोपड़ियों किस्म का होता है. उनकी बकरी एक कोने में होती है, उसी घर में रहते हैं. They just have a small mat sort of a thing, and they live happily there. But one thing which I noticed there was, everyone was wearing a similar kind of slipper. और वो जो जूता बना था या चप्पल बना था, that was of a very peculiar category, and I said how it's made. तो used trucks के जो tires हैं, they love wearing it, and it's a very, तो मैंने कहा इतनी uniformity कैसे है? They are truck tires, used truck tires, and the Masai Mara people, whenever they saw the tires, they started using there. मैंने asked them कि ये सब की uniformity कैसे है? तो उन्होंने कहा कि ये uniformity इसलिए है कि यहाँ इन लोगों का पसंद पहचान करके चीन में मैन्युफैक्चर करके यहाँ सेल कर रहे हैं. So they have identified that the Masai Mara people love this kind of slippers which are cross-wired, and they are made of old truck tires and things like that. This dose was so heavy on me, and then we met some Indians later, after 2-3 days after I completed my visit. तो मैंने कहा कि यहाँ ट्रक्स भी बहुत सारे वो थे जो, तो उन्होंने कहा ये सब भी चाइना से आ रहे हैं अफ्रीका में. तो I said, but we also saw Tata trucks here. Said that the dispatch for the spares of Tata trucks takes 3 months, and the accessories for the Chinese trucks logistically takes us 15 days. So the people prefer here to have the Chinese trucks instead of Tata trucks now, and the sale of the Tata trucks have come down. Now these are small examples how we compete with, when we stay in India, we do not know actually, but when we travel, all these things which are happening across the globe sets a benchmark. Not only that, the vehicle which we had to travel from X to Y positions in the parks, which was a 6-day, the driver who was driving us was our host. He used to make us check in the hotels, he used to look after medical requirements, he used to speak English. And whenever he used to enter the park, he had a complete description about each and every animal, each and every tree which we crossed. He knew exactly that he was taking care of the guest, not only in terms of hospitality and making our travel be safe, but he was packaged to give us all the information which we saw about the animals and the birds and the behaviors and the tribes. And then I thought retrospectively, is it not all about skills? Maybe high-end skills, maybe manufacturing skills, maybe services skill in the tourism sector, maybe the driving skills. And every country is mastering itself. अगर ये ऑडिटोरियम इतना सुंदर दिख रहा है, आप लोगों ने एक छोटा सा ऑडियो विजुअल चलाया, ये एलईडी स्क्रीन, ये बच्चे जो बैठ करके फ़ोटो ले रहे हैं और जिन्होंने ये लैपटॉप यहाँ लगाया है, यहाँ तक कि मैं बार बार कहता हूँ कि जो सुबह सुबह आपको इस स्थान पर सेफली अपने गाड़ी में लेके जो ड्राइवर आया है, जो कैमरामैन यहाँ हैं, जिन लोगों ने रोशनी लगाई है, जिन लोगों ने ये फानूस लगाए हैं, ये सब तो कोई पीएचडी तो है नहीं, ये सब तो वो लोग हैं जो स्किल्ड हैं। सुबह उठ करके जो मैं कहता हूँ कि अगर पत्नी चाय ना दे रही हो तो जो आपके कमरे में चाय लेके आता है, जो आपका सबसे विश्वस्त डोमेस्टिक हेल्प है, उसको सर्वेंट हम कह नहीं सकते हैं, जो आपके जीवन को सुंदर और सरल बनाता है, ऑल दैट मेक्स योर लाइफ ब्यूटिफुल एंड हैपनिंग, इज नॉट समवन हु इज वेरी एजुकेटेड, ही इज अ स्किल्ड मैन। लेकिन हम इसकी पहचान नहीं कर पाते। एंड द होल इकोसिस्टम इन इंडिया फॉर ओवर द ईयर्स एंड मोर देन 50 ईयर्स, हम सब जो बड़े हैं, और सोइन साहब यहाँ पर हैं, क्या साहब यहाँ पर हैं, ये सब आप सब लोग जो बड़े हैं, कुछ लोग टेक्निकली इंजीनियर होंगे या आईटी प्रोडक्ट होंगे, लेकिन औसतन वो सब लोग इस देश में बड़े होते हैं जो पढ़े लिखे होते हैं। और पढ़े लिखों की संख्या इस देश में बहुत है। यहाँ तक कि आज कहीं भी हम देखें तो पढ़े लिखे लोगों की इतनी आई कम फ्रॉम द स्टेट ऑफ बिहार, एंड आई ऑलवेज टेल इट टू द पीपल दैट जब हमारे यहाँ मैट्रिक की परीक्षा होती है, व्हेन देयर इज अ मैट्रिकुलेशन एग्जाम, तो गांव का गांव खाली हो जाता है, क्योंकि अपने बच्चों को मैट्रिक की परीक्षा दिलाने के लिए उसका चाचा, उसका फूफा, उसका ताऊ, उसका मामा, पूरा घर निकल जाता है उसको परीक्षा दिलाने के लिए। और परिणाम ये होता है कि कभी कभी आप बड़े चित्र देखते हैं जिसमें तिमंजिले तक खिड़की के पास जाकर के लोग पर्ची पहुंचाने का कोशिश करते हैं। उनका कसूर नहीं है। हम लोगों ने समाज को ऐसा ढाल दिया है कि भाई पास करना बड़ा जरूरी है, दामाद ग्रेजुएट होना चाहिए, दामाद बीएड होना चाहिए, बेटी पढ़ी लिखी होनी चाहिए। उसकी गुणवत्ता क्या है, इसका बहुत मानक नहीं बना इस देश में, और उसके पीछे कारण भी है। आज +2 करके ग्रेजुएशन के लिए ग्रेजुएट इंजीनियर्स हम बनाते हैं, but we never thought about a system where the skilling, which is in a more structured way in the ITIs in the country, which provides the bench and the base mark for all that manpower which you require, was never a quality product. Out of 13,000 ITIs in this country, maybe 2,000 would be of the quality which you would be sourcing. I would not be sure of the rest 10,000. But why so? क्योंकि जो 8वां पास बच्चा ITI में जाता है 2 साल के लिए, he does his 10th, he gets an ITI certificate, but his equivalence is not that of a matriculation. जो 10वां में बच्चा जाता है and he goes for an ITI, he is not given an equivalence of 12th. For 67 years, every year we have 2.3 million students passing out from these ITIs. They are not covered as an equivalence of matriculation or higher secondary. And this has not happened for 67 years. On the other side, when you pass out, take 12th and this 18 lakh engineering seats, आज ये हालत है कि engineering colleges में 8 लाख से ज़्यादा सीटें खाली हैं. Because the employability of those people who are coming out from engineering colleges is not there. They are getting a job of 10,000, 12,000, 14,000, which is actually. We have lost track of skilling in this country. और दूसरी तरफ, जब आंकड़ों को आप देखिए, when you talk about the National Sample Survey Organization, they talk about the skilling in India is 2.5%. Well, I have a complete, and I have been contesting with the Ministry of Program Implementation that this figure is wrong. India cannot have a 2.5%. For last 67 years, the definition of vocational education has not been included in the sample for skilling. And it has been going on and everyone has been watching it. I'm not ready to believe that India is 2.5%. And this time we have put our foot down, that the definition of skill has to be changed. Structurally, we are doing many more things in the system. But is it good enough? Is it good enough for this country to take that leap when China is 4% with a bench base of high and India 7% growth? Is it good enough? Haven't we lost a lot of time? And aren't we still very slow? ठीक है, आप सब लोगों ने जिस देश में, and whatever skills and quality skills have been created is not by the government. It is by the industry. इंडस्ट्री ने अपने अपने आवश्यकता के अनुसार वैसे बच्चों को उठा करके अपने यहाँ ट्रेनिंग दे करके उसको उस गुणवत्ता को दिया है, उसको मानक दिया है, and we survive on that. But as an institution of the government, we actually have not been able to provide you quality workmen. हम सब दुनिया में कहीं देख ले, आज हम क्लासरूम में पढ़ा लेते हैं, we teach them in classes, we put them in labs, but world over training actually does not take place in a classroom. Whether we talk about the dual education system or in Germany or wherever, it actually takes place on the shop floor. Japan would have about 1 crore youngsters on the shop floor. China would have around 3 crore youngsters on the shop floor. भारत में लगभग 2.5 से 3 लाख लोग जो इंडस्ट्री में जाकर के शॉप फ्लोर पर ट्रेनिंग लेते हैं. इट्स बिकमिंग सच अ चैलेंज, बट आई मस्ट थैंक द प्राइम मिनिस्टर फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम ब्रिंगिंग आउट स्किल्स फ्रॉम एजुकेशन. और मैं कहता हूं कि स्किल्स का एजुकेशन का बड़ा बायस है स्किल्स के प्रति, क्योंकि उन लोगों ने पिछले 67 वर्ष में जब जब बात किया, आज भी वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट कम्युनिटी कॉलेजेस, वी आर टॉक्ड अबाउट अदर स्किल्स इन द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ HRD. Actually, it has not taken off because this priority, and that's why I told it to the Prime Minister day before yesterday when I met, that we need to create a functional skill system. अगर बच्चा बिल्कुल 7वीं 6वीं क्लास में बाहर निकल जाता है तो उसको इनफॉर्मल फॉर्मल स्किल्स दे करके गवर्नमेंट के पैसे पर उसको स्किलिंग दीजिए. 8वां जो ITI में जाना चाहता, 8 से 2 साल का 10वीं दीजिए उसको इक्विवेलेंस. 10th you give your 2 years ITI and then make him equivalent or to 12th. And now the Prime Minister has transferred the polytechnics in India to the Ministry of Skill Development. So I have 1 more year with me. So till 12th I had a qualification. Now I have +1, which is polytechnic. I have said, sir, if we have done so much, why don't we get the AICTE to get the graduation level of engineering also under this vertical, so that the whole vertical system of skilling is complete. The man who knows how to hold the pliers becomes an engineer. Bharat mein, we have professor of economics, professor of physics, professor of botany, but we don't have a professor of plumbing. We don't have a professor of carpentry. Well, the nomenclature could be different, but we actually do not have. When we talk of becoming the world's workforce, आप सब लोगों में अगर कारपेंट्री से जुड़े कुछ लोग होंगे, you just go and look at the equipments manufactured by Festool, which our boys, when given those, our carpenters, when given those equipments, they work so beautifully. लेकिन ये पूरा ecosystem में, it has not been made a part of the ecosystem. Whether it is, yes, we are much advanced in autosphere, we are much advanced in health now, but many spheres, construction for that matter, even people who hang by the windows to clean up in the 5-star hotels, we do not have the trained manpower for that. We actually require 3 crore people in the construction sector who are trained. We do not have them. We have to depend on all those who have been traditionally trained. We require 1.6 crore youngsters in the retail sector. We don't have them. Even organizations like Ola and Uber, लोग कहते हैं कि साहब रोजगार के बारे में, Ola and Uber collectively want 3 lakh drivers tomorrow morning. But they don't want drivers which are of the category which we talk. They want drivers who can actually understand the GPS, they can greet the customer, they can know the rules of the road, they know the rules of the state, they can greet a passenger when he gets down from the aircraft, says, how was your journey, sir? How was the day, sir? How is your family, sir? It makes so much of a difference. And he knows how to operate the point of sale. He can use his credit card, the other person's credit card. Ola wants people like them, and they want it to be trained like that. And we have not been I have always said that I come from when the state of Jharkhand and Bihar which were not divided. I was an MLA then. Bihar, Tata Nagar, Telco trucks. First trucks which came in this country was in Tata Nagar, Telco. In the state of Jharkhand and Bihar for last 21 years, not one, I repeat, heavy vehicle driver license has been issued because there is no training in the state or a training center to certify or check whether you are capable of driving. Not one license has been issued. Just imagine. And these 2 states would be 12 and 4, 6, about 18 crore people. We actually do not, when we talk about South Asia, even in Asia, if you look at Asia, when we travel across, and I talk about the cruises which we go across the world, if you go on a cruise, stop by and ask the people, the lower end staff support in a cruise. Out of every 100 children who are working on that, 80 would be from Malaysia, Indonesia, Sri Lanka, all these places. Only 3 or 4, we can't even train people like that. So there is a great possibility, and when we are concentrating both on manufacturing, which is very important and which requires skilled manpower in more specialized way. We also have a huge resources on the services side which needs to be trained, and we have actually not captured that power. Even if we can train children to speak French, Spanish, German, let's forget formal education for 10 years. If we can train them to speak individual foreign languages, their employability is far more than any other graduate or a postgraduate. But we have not created an ecosystem. Even speaking English makes your employability go up by 37% as compared to a normal graduate. So all these features have to be kept in mind, and this was the challenge given to me. I must thank the Prime Minister that at least a conference, and IMA, of course, has been a great patron, and both my friends sitting on the stage have been great patrons. At least there is a forum when we have started discussing about skills, because Make in India will only happen when you have makers in India, and we have quality makers in India. And my job is to create the makers in India. So when you speak about Make in India, please do speak about makers in India. That is also very important, because this has to be built up as a campaign now. And that is what we have been trying on this occasion when I have been invited by IMA to speak on this subject. I think in last 2 years, we have been able to establish an ecosystem where training for skills, and this is incomplete unless and until industry partners with us. We don't ask for money. My ministry doesn't ask for any CSR or money. I want your knowledge in the field. And if you're already doing it, match it with us. Give us the knowledge. I want to spread it around. I want to spread the good practices. If there is Daikin here in air conditioning, if there is Schneider here in electronics, they have the best. Others could be also equally, but they are best. They know how to train the people whom they want to use in the overall ecosystem. I need their knowledge so that I can disseminate it to other people in the industry who would require similarly qualified manpower. I need these companies and these people, whether it's in services, whether it's in manufacturing, the knowledge which exists with the industry is far more superior than what we have in the classrooms. And unless until we create a mix of sharing this, which is happening across the world, and when we, again I would repeat, the German dual education system is exactly the best practices between the factory and the institution which train them. We have to make it more systematic now. Now, thank you once again that we are here, but this is slightly a serious topic. This is a topic which actually churns individuals' mind. But our life, our factories, our systems, our hotels, our hospitals all need huge manpower which are specialized. And this country, if I have to speak further, I can get into the micro details of each sector, but it may not be required today. But thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to be here. And I must thank the Prime Minister, because he himself monitors this. And we are still at a macro level. The deliverables have to be created, which when we're talking about the state governments, we're talking about 1,272 million people, the largest demographic workforce. And I always compare, when we talk about India, and recently I said I had gone to Seychelles. So Seychelles has an army chief, a naval chief, the Coast Guard chief. It has the president, it has a prime minister, it has a cabinet, it has a parliament. And when you land at the airport in Seychelles, you'll find 777s on the tarmac with you. But the total population of that country is 86,000 people. So, and it's the fastest growing economy in the African region. So we are huge. Our requirements are huge. Itne bade desh mein to stitch a plan and to execute it in the partnership of the states. Of course, things are changing. And even a state like Uttar Pradesh has a change, which fortunately is given a new direction to the country again. And we look forward to many more reforms which the government does propose, and we are going on a fast track on each of them. I'm sure India is changing at a very fast track, and skills is indeed a very important feature. So thank you for calling me here and giving me a time to speak on the subject. Thank you very much.